forts, the main forts across the Gulf Coast, were all built by the United States in the 1820s, 30s, 40s as defensive forts against, in case we were attacked by England or Spain or France or Yugoslavia or whoever. But the Confederates went down and took them over when the war began. So there was Fort Jackson and Fort Philippi in New Orleans, and they were formidable forts to take. Now Farragut had also, in the Mexican-American War, had been at the siege of Valparaiso in Mexico. Excuse me, not Valparaiso, of Veracruz in Mexico. If you've ever been to Veracruz, there's a fabulous fort there that's very interesting. But when Farragut observed as a young naval officer sending boatloads of soldiers to storm the fort to try to take it, and he thought, what a waste. And so he said, if I'm ever in command, I'm going to do it differently. And so he applied this philosophy. Anybody remember what Patton said about fixed fortifications?
It's a testament of man's stupidity.
Exactly. Well, Farragut was really the first one that tried that out. So when he came to the two forts south of New Orleans, Philippi and Jackson, his strategy was to go right through them, knock out the chain barrier in the front of them, and get above the fort. Once you get above the fort, you own the territory. You land troops, set up a siege, and the forts are going to fall. And that's exactly what happened at New Orleans. So basically within hours of being an invincible two forts, New Orleans fell. I've always loved the mental picture of Farragut sailing up to New Orleans and sort of leaning on the edge while the mayor of New Orleans timidly comes forward and he says, you got two choices, you know, surrender or, and the Frenchman said, I surrender. And so that's basically New Orleans fell. And in doing so, Farragut cut off the Mississippi as a major source for the Confederates.